So yes, the day comes, and the entire group meets up at the hotel. That's the kind senator has told the group to meet at.
Indeed.
I'm just trying to set everyone bloody up here. There we go. Oh yeah, flashback.
Yeah.
Is there any way for you to hardwire yourself into something?
I have a data jack, and Mr. Clanks has a data jack on him, and since he's my sprite, I can technically act through him.
Okay, but I'm going to put you... You're going to have to be in the building as well.
Of course.
You have a cat.
What's that?
You have a cat.
I have a cat with a data jack on it, yeah.
No, I can hear it.
Oh, yes, I have a real cat, yes. A real cat with a real cat who's in heat, unfortunately.
Oh, dear. Keep it away from Squirrel.
Actually, I have two cats and a rat.
So, yes. Let's see here. So, the entire group currently meets in 6114. Sadly, only 2 of the gliders are able to fit in this room. So, after planning and everything, people are going to have to go to the other rooms. So, planning. What is the major consensus? Should we kill...
I have no idea.
Okay, first off, everyone, basically the entire party is going to land on the roof. Correct?
Uh-huh.
That seems to be the idea.
Right.
Yeah, you said we have a layout of the building.
Yeah. And pretty much, unless you want to try dropping down onto another floor by angling yourself perfectly and, trying to tank that damage.
All I know is as soon as I come down, I'm going to get high again.
So yeah,
Reference to the whole landing.
Anyone crazy enough besides Chaos in order to actually try that?
It just might work. No.
Well, I'd like to point out that I can do telekinesis.
I'll be back.
Right.
How tall is the building?
The building we're in, or the building of Brackhaven?
The Brackhaven building.
Slightly shorter than this one. I believe it's... one sec. 55 levels.
Okay, so we have to figure out a way to get down 45 levels.
Yeah, pretty much. Which, the first levels are the executive offices and board meeting rooms. Brackhaven's office is located on the top floor. Squirrel has always wanted to actually go in and kill him. Should I give Squirrel the chance?
If he's even here.
Well, yeah. It's going to be a very hard edge test. Because, there's currently a riot going down on the ground floor. And you guys can actually... everyone can see the riot from here.
Right.
But no, there is one easy way to get down 45 floors.
Stairs?
Elevator?
No.
All right, so is this going to be a pure stealth operation, or am I going to try and talk us into some places, or?
I like pure.
Kind of depends upon one thing. The first floor is where Brackhaven's office is.
Right.
Not the first floor, but the first floor we're going to be in.
Right.
And I know,
So Brackhaven's office is on the top floor.
pretty much.
Okay.
Basically, the floor
Wait, we're going to the top floor?
Yeah, we're landing on the roof, and we're going to be on floor 55 when we exit the
Okay.
roof. And his office is, they don't exactly state, but I'm going to say on floor 55.
Okay.
And I know you have a hard-on for one to kill
It'd be very nice, but
him. I mean, we could go to his office first, just make a check, and if not, then we can. Some people could start taking the stairs while other people take the elevator.
at the same time, if we do kill him, that probably isn't actually the most helpful politically thing to do.
Not really.
I still don't know that I trust the elevator because
Especially think about it like this. The governor is killed at the same time that orcs, trolls, elves, dwarves, gnomes, sasquatches, and all that other goodness down there, and humans. There are humans down there too, currently rioting, protesting
Yep.
against him. So yeah, that probably wouldn't exactly be the best notion to kill a political figure like that.
Not to mention, it means that we don't know who the who she'll be running against.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he ain't going to be running against her either.
we could throw him from the top of the building.
Well, he could always commit suicide.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
From the top of the
exactly.
building. Into the riding crowd.
He could call me Volk's bitch. That counts as suicide, doesn't it?
Wow, so we're... every now and then someone's going to call you someone's bitch. What would you do if they called you Flashback's bitch?
Lightning bolt them.
How about Chaos's bitch?
I'd lightning bolt them.
What about Squirrel's bitch?
Mind control them.
What would you...
For what purpose?
What would you do?
The difference is Squirrel thinks everyone is his bitch. Have you read that contract?
I haven't signed it.
Yeah, never mind. He wants to be our fucking pimps.
Anyway.
I mean, I didn't mind working for him once, but who the fuck does think he is? He ain't my daddy.
Okay, so the general breakdown of the floors, right? 55 to 46, executive offices, Brackhaven's office, yada yada. 45 to 41. This level is used by Brackhaven Investments Human Resources. So the HR department. 40 to 36, more corporate relationship, private banking, consumer banking offices. 35 to 31, Brackhaven's corporate relationship offices, which liaison other Brackhaven's major corporate clients. 30 to 26, CEO and executive meeting room, support function, banking services, and there are just no fun floors.
Why would there be fun floors?
Yeah.
It's a bank, not a research institute, in your own words.
No, but I mean, like, we could try and plug into the Matrix and get some data to sell.
Oh yes, I thought that was already on the menu.
Yeah, that's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fun floors, whichever floor I'm on.
Oh.
She's got a point.
Here we go. Levels 1 and 2. These floors contain a gym, spa, retail shops, and a cafe.
So why aren't we walking in the first floor?
Riot.
Yep.
Right. And she knows that we would all stop at the spa.
Plus, I think this is supposed to be one of those they're not supposed to know we're there.
Well, no. Sadly, they'll know we're there. At some point. Squirrel.
Yes.
Your physical is fully healed, by the way.
Awesome.
And so then why aren't we walking in the front door? I mean, the riot is there as part of our getaway. Why can't it be there as part of our insertion as well?
Because the building would be
What's
on
up with you and
lockdown.
insertion?
Well, you know, I like insertion.
Alright. So, pretty much, we'd have to clear 45 floors. We could do that by running down the stairs or taking the elevator.
Let's take the elevator. Because, you know, I like to have my face on the security cameras inside them.
Because there won't be security cameras in the stairs?
Yeah, I was going to be like,
I mean, I could potentially do something about security cameras.
probably not the ones in the elevators.
You don't think so?
Would you like to say hi to the spider?
Yes.
Squirrel, please slap him.
With my shock hand or my regular hand?
With your pimp hand.
Ah.
The whole,
Shock
reason
hand.
the whole reason I got false sprite was to take care of the spiders.
Ah, okay. So, yeah. I mean, we could do either one. It's up to you guys.
My attack sucks, but the false sprite's amazing at it.
But I don't know. How annoying would it be in order to listen to the same elevator music for 45 floors?
Less annoying.
Well, that's why I can get rid of those.
Dick. Okay, so. Alright. Volk, elevators, stairs.
Elevator.
Okay. So looks like the group is taking the elevator.
Yeah.
If it,
You know, in the confined space with Squirrel and his detonator bombs.
he hasn't got any detonator bombs.
I'm just saying, do we really want to spend 45 floors inside of a death box?
Okay. So you're sure you could take care of the spiders?
I feel confident.
That's not a good sign.
I know, right?
What the heck?
So
I
yes.
mean, I'm going to be rolling.
Aha, Shawn.
Yes.
You're not in roll 20.
I'm not. I'm not. Wow.
My
I was-
God.
You're the assholes that's been disappearing. Dick. So yes, while he's currently trying to get in, everyone, go to your parasail. Your Ares Nightwing.
Yeah, just because I'm not at all paranoid, I'm casting magic fingers before I do that.
Hey, why does mine have this Wayne Industries logo on it?
You guys
Oh,
can.
well, no.
You guys can, like, even though Chaos went to a room on his own, you guys can very vaguely hear.
I'm also casting self buffs, and I wonder, have we considered? Are we just going to sort of like walk in there as like us? Is that the plan?
Well, Chaos has a mask.
Yeah, I have a mask.
Fine, I cast makeover on myself and I look like somebody else.
Volk,
Hmm?
are you going to disguise your face?
And all of your clothing. I'd like to point out that whenever we do a job like this, you need to change all of your clothing after.
Well, a job
That's
like-
why I've got electrochromatic clothing.
Yeah. And that's why I'm the Terminator. Not the Terminator. The Predator.
Okay, cool.
My clothes have ruthenium polymer, and my skin is genetically altered.
But you've got to change how your clothing looks after the job. Because
Well, yeah.
otherwise...
No, don't worry.
And even if you've got even if you've got electrochromium, you've got to at least buy new shoes because of soul prints.
Well, new shoes are really not an issue.
No, I'm just saying, you know.
Okay, so you're going to go in there with a bandito mask, Volk?
Does it have to be Bandito?
Nah, it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
Ooh, you want to be the, what's that, Kane and Lynch, was it?
No,
Oh,
I don't want to be
God.
Kanan Lynch.
Wait, was it the one, like, two soldiers with masks with skulls on them or something?
Oh, that's Army of Two.
Oh, okay. You want to be Army of Two with me?
No, because there is way too much homoerotic tension in that game.
Okay, so you and Squirrel then. Gotcha.
No.
Crap's just burning daggers into my soul.
It's okay, honey. I know you love me. You don't have to show it in public.
Anyway, Squirrel, you wearing a mask too?
I've got a combat helmet.
Yeah, I got a combat mask. Yay! Okay. And the book doesn't specifically state that we need to make rolls in order to actually fly over there.
Good.
I would hope not, seeing how I doubt anybody here actually took the flight skill of all things.
Nope.
I thought you travel more time for a bigger fault sprite just to be safe. Like now, in the situation.
Sure, you
I'm
can.
not worried about it yet. I'll worry about it if it comes up.
Alright. Alright,
Because
so
it's an action to compile one, so...
the group floats gently over in the middle of the night with cloud cover. Black clouds. That's not good.
In Chicago?
Yep. I know. Black clouds in Chicago. What the hell? This has never happened before. Everyone is floating along rather gently. It's almost as if you're in a flying dream. Yeah, no, there's no rolls for this shit.
Huh.
So the entire group safely flies over without ever having flown in their entire life.
Yay, that's what pilot programs are for.
Okay, so we're on the roof.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, no. Pretty much the only thing is to infiltrate and sneak around.
Has it got a bathroom?
Yes.
I go and take some drugs. Is there anybody around disabled in a wheelchair?
No.
Oh, I look harder for somebody in a wheelchair.
There's currently no one on the roof with that description.
Is there anyone on the roof?
Nope. Well, yes, technically.
us.
You notice a weird guy with tattoos and a shaved head. Well, only the sides. You notice a guy with white hair, looks like he's ready for combat. You notice a very strange elf with a fake arm, and a woman with blue hair that is currently snorting coke off the ground.
Right, I'll just kill them all and go work for Raccoon.
Traitor.
You can try.
Oh, I'll be back in a second.
All right.
What if I just disable their gliders on the way across?
Sadly, they're not wireless. But yeah, there is one door leading down. Of course.
Wait, there's no door leading down?
No,
There's one.
there is one door.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And of course, on the roof, you see the air conditioners and the other stuff. Yada yada, blah blah.
As I recall, Chaos is our breaking and entering expert, yes?
Oh wow, you remembered. Do you want him to break open the lock?
I'll follow his lead.
Before he does so, I'm going to do a check for sensors and/or cameras that would be watching this door.
There's
feels
one on the inside.
Somebody's watching you.
It always feels like there's someone watching you.
Well,
There's one camera on the other side of the door.
all right. Well, then before we actually go in, I'm going to lean up against something here and go hot stone and see if I can get some marks on the host.
Well, you could always have Squirrel carry you.
I mean, I could have, Volk or Chaos carry me if they wanted to, but I figured if we did it right here, it would only take a moment.
So yeah, go ahead.
If that's okay with you guys. Maybe I can get this camera offline before we get in there.
I find the very idea incredibly offensive. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yes, we want to be on camera.
Have you seen my face? It needs to be on camera.
Right.
Have you seen the amount of hits that we get on the generic Shadowrunner site?
Okay, so I guess I'm going for the security host.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see here. How strong
add
is
that.
their shit?
Should add to that to get rid of the limit.
Let's see here. Okay.
Ugh.
Oh, shit. No, I'm sorry. I hit the wrong button there. Well, okay then. If you want to be a bitch about it.
Right.
You don't break in, and I believe you have one mark on you.
I do.
The spider is slowly coming to sniff around you.
All right.
You feel probing.
I'm gonna do a resonance veil
Okay.
to make it look like a. Well, first I'll erase that mark,
Okay.
and then I'll do a resonance veil to make it look like it was a glitch.
All right.
So
Just let me know what they have to roll.
let's see. It's a. Give me 1 second.
So, Squirrel.
Yes.
Chaos asks if you want how you want the door opened. He has multiple methods.
Whichever way will leave the least evidence of our passing.
My seduction? I offer quizzically.
Can you seduce a lock?
Give me enough time.
I swear to God, more than like here's the thing. I would roll the lock's rating if he got more than 4 hits. Like if he got 4 hits or more, yes, he seduced the lock to open.
If it's an AI, it's got personality. If it's got personality, it's open to abuse.
Well, AI is fairly rare.
All right, so
It's
what does that do?
Oh,
Flashback.
It's versus his intuition plus data processing.
No.
And that doesn't work, right? Okay. So basically, I created an illusion here that rather than look like somebody tried to hack in, it just looked like there was a bad piece of data that came through and caused this alert.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and retry to turn off the camera.
Okay. And I want to use Edge on this one so I can get past the...
Yeah, you need to raise your limit next time you can.
Yeah, well, it's sleaze, which is based on my charisma, or my intuition, so I just need to raise it.
Yeah. And also you can get the cerebellum boosters that I have.
Yeah.
Only rating 2 unless you want to pay extra for mil spec.
Well, the other problem is essence. I don't know how much he's got to play with. I know you took a hit of a fraction for the data, Jack.
I did, and for the other enhancements that I got.
Oh, right, you did get a bunch of brainware put in.
There we go.
Well, fuck, you got 5 hits.
Yep, so I got a mark.
Actually, I'd say you have 2 marks. Because that is a critical success.
Okay, then I will edit the file to loop the camera feed. And since I'm in the security host, I'll basically be doing that for any cameras that we come across.
Okay. And you could do that in Cold Sim too?
Once I'm in, I don't need to stay in Hot Sim. I can keep the mark on until I reboot my persona. Okay.
Yeah, your 2 marks. Don't forget, you have 2 marks on Brackhaven Investments.
Yep.
What do your marks look like?
Crash Bandicoot.
But that was my that's my persona. It's like it's not Crash Bandicoot. It's the hacker guy from Shadowrun Sega game.
That's what your mark looks like.
That's what my persona looks like.
Oh.
My marks are like little lightning bolts.
Yeah. Okay. So you wake up.
What does your persona look like again?
The Decker guy from the Sega Shadowrun game.
They're the main character.
Yeah, the player. When you're choosing your character.
Oh, okay.
If you choose the Decker, the portrait of him.
Oh, okay.
That's my persona.
Because you just said Decker guy, I started thinking there's like 4 Deckers in Shadowrun.
No, I meant the player character.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you wake up in Tower 1?
Yep.
All right.
And I was out for all like 10 seconds, so...
So Chaos is just going to go ahead and use his auto picker.
And I've got a headache now.
I feel like no matter what lock level this is, it's unlocked.
I took 3 stun from that freaking Residence Veil.
Oof. That's painful. Don't worry. Squirrel has plenty of stim patches.
Oh, I've got plenty of stim patches too, and an auto ejector in my jacket, so...
Rating 6?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, no. Chaos unlocks the door, opens it, and motions for ladies first.
So Squirrel walked through the door.
Before we go walking through the door, I ask Chaos and Volk if they want to be invisible.
Chaos turns.
That's always fun.
Chaos turns invisible.
Okay. Does he? Can he do that on his own? Good for him.
Ruthenium.
Ruthenium polymer, and there's a gen tech that allows his skin to turn invisible too.
Oh, good. We can see his internal organs. Yay. Fine. If Chaos doesn't want it, and Volk does, I'll invisible myself and Volk.
There you go.
I'll have to drop it if you want anything else.
What about
But I'm assuming that you won't need anything else if you're invisible.
Nope.
Can you do flashback too?
I can if he asks. I'm assuming Squirrel doesn't care about being invisible because then he can't talk to people.
Yeah, it would clash.
I can do flashback if he wants, but then that's me not doing anything else unless I drop it.
Flashback. Flashback.
Yes.
Slap, wake up! It's only
I'm
3
here.
stun.
Can you not hear me?
There you go. Do you want to be invisible?
Yeah, I'll be invisible if it's not a problem.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know what was going on. I was talking, but my mic wasn't muted, but for some reason it wasn't coming through. Stupid Skype.
Volk, Zev, and Flashback are now invisible. Invisible. So the group gets...
Make our way quickly to the elevators.
Douglas?
Yes.
How far can Volk go away from you before the invisibility dissipates?
He's good until I go to sleep or drop it. Or he hits a magical barrier.
Here's the thing. The book doesn't mention that Brackhaven has any magical barriers. Just Matrix shit.
In that case, he's good until he starts shooting people, in which case they might be able to hear him.
So yeah, the group goes down to floor 55.
And technically, ultrasound sensors would still work. Although I could get him past the ultrasound sensors. I can't do that for like 4 people. I run out of... It's -2 a time.
Yeah. But yeah, so everyone moves down to the floor 55. This is where Brackhaven and a few other executives are currently working.
Are they currently working, or is this where their offices are?
They're currently working.
Oh.
Do we pass anyone in a wheelchair?
Yes.
No.
But you do hear Volk saying something in one of the offices about being some weird spirit, and then you see a woman take off her shirt.
Well, never mind. I have to walk the whole way then.
Well, using my access to the security cameras, I'm going to try to find us a window to get through when no one's looking.
Oh no, looking through the security cameras, you notice that only Squirrel.
No, I mean to get us to the elevators without being noticed, since 2 of us are still visible.
No. Only one of us is still visible.
Okay, well.
And I'm going to make myself appear to be about 5'5".
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you do have like kind of a notion as to where you need to go for the elevators. You do notice most of the cameras are swivel, other ones aren't.
Right.
Like the ones focused directly on the elevators.
Well, I'll loop back the feed on that one.
Chaos pulls Volk out of the office.
Okay.
You know, right as the woman pulls off her skirt.
Why you gotta kill my fun?
Business first.
Who says we can't mix business with pleasure?
You should never
In
miss
the briefing.
Come on. And then Chaos just turns to make sure Squirrel is still there. And, you know, not in someone's office. Squirrel?
How exactly did we see a woman changing her skirt walking through the hallway? Do they have glass walls?
No, Volk went in there and started haunting her.
Ah.
And in order to appease the spirit, she had to strip off her shirt and her skirt.
Ah, okay. Well then. We're just trying to head for the elevator, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, do we know where it is?
Yep.
Yes.
Alright, I'll walk that direction.
And I want you to roll me a composure check.
Okay.
At a -6.
Okay. That's still 5 dice.
Threshold is 30. No.
One success.
You notice that you're right in front of Brackhaven's office.
I'm going to take out my endoscope and I'm going to look under the door.
Yep, he is there at his... Well, not at his desk. He's currently, you know, doing that thing where he's standing in front of the window.
Did I buy... I did not. Damn it. I was hoping I bought that super glue stuff. Oh well.
In order to super glue the door, so that way he can't escape.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing. If no one stops him, he's going to kick in the door.
Who?
You.
Getting a success on a -5 still wasn't enough?
Threshold 2.
I grab Squirrel's collar.
Now, I made it to where it's just like it's very difficult for you to not want to go in there and kill him, based upon everything you've seen about him. This guy makes Volk into like a daisy eating, pencil pushing, elf loving.
Although at the same time, he hasn't actually directly attacked elves yet.
No, he has.
Oh, yes? Okay.
No, he's full on racist against everything. It's just that the Old Underground is currently his big white whale, as it were.
Yeah.
But yeah, you feel Volk's hand like grabbing your collar and holding you back.
He deserves it so much.
Yeah, but he's not what we're here for.
Continues walking towards the elevator.
Volk, I take it you're currently between him and Brackhaven's door?
Yep. With my palm pushing into his back.
So yes, you get an elevator.
don't need a pass key or anything?
No, they don't mention that.
Okay. Then we'll take it down to the 35th floor, is that right?
10th.
10th floor? Seems like there'd be a better way to get into here then. But yes, we will... There wasn't...
Yeah, first floor.
Yeah. Especially considering it's apparently public access and we could just walk into it. And there weren't any interesting floors in between? Nothing like data storage or anything?
Well, level 10 is the beginning of the IT levels.
Okay. So just go down to level 10.
I mean, unless you want to try...
Sorry, yeah, try what?
Unless you want to try hacking into the actual banking servers.
God, no. I don't like taking people I don't know's money.
Yeah.
I like my tungsten to remain in space.
What?
I like my tungsten to remain in space.
I get what you mean. I'm just currently absorbing it.
Yeah.
And isn't the main banking system in space anyway on a space station?
Many of the very high-end banks are, including some of the mob banks that don't really give two shits about where your money comes from. But they're still physical bank locations. Mostly they're just sort of like local data storage and security boxes now.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. The main stuff is in space if you wanted to do
Yes.
stuff.
So yes. It is a very long fucking ride.
How long?
10, 15 minutes.
I fire up my comm link and start playing better music through my headphones.
Chaos begins playing Tetris.
I make a note that on all these floors we haven't found one disabled person, so this company really, really needs a kick. Because let's face it, they're clearly only hiring able-bodied, which is, unfair in this day and age.
So.
Try to imagine somebody they would hire who couldn't afford to not be in a wheelchair.
I know in this day and age. By the way, the elevators do stop at the 11th floor. And as the doors open, because, they're kind of doing the whole ding, you've been in here for a while. And you see the very end game of a rather scaly looking large tail.
Ooh, lizard! Yay! I clap my hands.
Basilisk.
No.
Shadowhound. No.
Dragon?
Roll me Shadow Community-ish type stuff.
I actually have Shadow Community.
So do I.
3 successes.
Because, yeah, you're able to actually see a reflection of
One
him.
success.
Nah, you barely know of him. His name's Drexel. He is a Western dragon. Adolescent.
That apparently supports racial supremacists.
No. He's getting paid.
Well, thanks,
Okay.
guys. Nice knowing you. See you around sometime. I shake everyone's hands.
He's a Shadowrunner. Currently getting paid to, guard the premises.
So about that magic invisibility of yours.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. You're currently looking... you're currently able to see him through a mirror. And the doors are currently closing. And he looks directly at you, Squirrel.
Why did we stop on this floor?
Elevator.
Did someone get on?
No. Elevator kind of needed the hole. You've been on here for a while.
Never been on an elevator that did that.
Also kind of to making you guys know, there's a dragon here.
So he looks at me. I'm not currently wearing my helmet since I'm inside the building. I want to look nonchalant since I am visible. So I'll nod my head.
And the door closes. And I think that the entire feeling of the elevator is... shit.
Are we safe to breathe yet?
You guys don't know this, but Chaos is currently on the ceiling of the elevator, trying to be as flat as possible.
And I will. Yeah, we're just going down one more floor. Is there a camera in this elevator? Is it under control?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He pretty much has control of all the cameras in the building.
I do indeed.
Okay, then. At this point, I will put on my helmet since we're about to do the action. No, I might be able to talk us through some doors. So I'll keep going uncovered.
Okay. So, you can see the map, right?
Nope.
You sure? I moved all players over to this.
Yep.
It's got me in GM mode again. I don't know why you guys have me marked as a GM at the moment.
Yeah, we're all GMs.
For ease of my life.
There we go. Yes, I now see it. All right, so this is the 10th floor?
Yes. And 5 are elevators.
Right. Is there a desk in this hallway area?
So right here. No.
All right. The first thing I want to do when we get off the elevator,
Yes.
I want to put a sensor tag right here with a motion sensor on it.
Okay.
And I actually want to put 2 down, one with a motion sensor and one with visual.
All right.
Basically, that way, if somebody else gets off that elevator, I want to know about it and know who they are.
Okay. So, you do, based upon your previous excursion, well, not really excursion, but because you have 2 marks, you do know that you do know where the server room is.
This one.
Yep. But you also notice another thing. It is directly connected to IT security in the spider room.
That's over here, though.
Yeah.
And right here. Okay, fair enough. That's to be expected.
Notice that they're the only 9s and 10 on this entire floor, dude.
Yeah, and that's the only way in is through, well, you can go through this over here as well. But, yeah. All right, then.
So who wants to go in the room first?
I'm just wondering if there's another room we might want to go into.
Sadly, he has to be directly connected into it.
Yeah, I have to go
Yeah.
in.
So,
Now,
Also, Chaos asked if he can make it a point to go into the room across from the server room. Number 6.
I was thinking that would be a good idea.
mechanical.
Yeah, see if there might be something useful in there. And it's also not an area that's likely to have a camera.
Yeah. That would be a good place to start, I guess.